My name is Rutherford, and I am the founder and web developer at 368durham.com. I've lived in the region for about 23 years. I've lived here, my parents live here, my family lives here, and the Rutherford family has a very extensive history in Durham region. Last December, we redid the Valleys 2000 website, working within their kind of government budget, and 368 Durham has stayed on a volunteer basis to help them organize their information and make it available in a clean, accessible way, meeting all accessibility standards. All nonprofit, governments, and actually any website in general should have some accessibility set up. People with screen readers, basically anyone that's vision impaired. There's stuff such as high contrast, so it's just visual differences. There's quite a bit to do it, but legally now governments, nonprofits do absolutely have to do it. It's just encouraged for businesses to do it as well. We did it last year. It was our first year doing it, and we received, I'm trying to remember the exact amount, but it was around 200 to 300 votes in about a week's span. How it works is people can vote for a nonprofit. They can enter a submission on our website for about a 1 to 2 week period. During that time, we'll contact the nonprofits and make sure that they're okay with this. They want their website redone if it's something they wish, and then we open up a voting period for about 2 weeks where anyone can go in. They can vote once for their favorite nonprofit, and at the end of the voting period, we build that nonprofit a full website from start to finish. We help them with everything, the design, the content, the whole deal. It depends on the scale, I think, but generally it would be up there. It really can vary. It's not so much necessarily the value that we would put on it. A lot of nonprofits either don't have someone working on staff that could necessarily take care of the aspect of setting up the website, or as a lot of people know, nonprofits do not have the budget for it. Extra few $1,000s for a nice looking website is not something they can afford. And which is understandable because the money's being spent in the community. And yes, it's always good to have as much information available, but sometimes money's tight and you got to make sure everything's running properly. The winner last year was Durham Region Victim Services. Their website is still kind of in development for it. It has been completed, but they're waiting to do a full launch of it when they have more of their information ready. I've lived in Bowmanville for the majority of my life, and so have my parents and family members, and we've always wanted to give back to the community. 368 Durham was started several years ago because we were working with businesses who couldn't afford to pay $10,000, sometimes $20,000 for the quotes they were receiving for a website when they really shouldn't have been that high. One of our main goals is to always work within people's budgets, no matter how limited the budget is. And doing that, we've encountered a lot of nonprofits who generally cannot afford to have a website. For some people, a website might just mean something flashy on the internet where they can show off what they're doing, but realistically, it is the biggest means of communication. It's the equivalent of, back in the day, someone in a hospital or a clinic having entire brochures and pamphlets of, if you need help, here's where you go. It's that, but it's more accessible than that. Anyone with a smartphone, a laptop, a tablet, even most TVs now, they can get this information on there. It's a low cost for maintenance to keep it running for them, and it's very easy to keep people updated right away.